In many parts of the world, especially in urban areas, we are living in compact rectangular spaces. And not because these shapes are good for us and because we like it, but because they are cheap and efficient to build. So we're talking here about standardized construction methods, which prioritize cost over comfort. And over time, this has shaped us, our inner lives. So we have become boxed in, physically and emotionally. Modern housing is dominated by rectangles and right angles. Rooms, in this case, often lack flow, rhythm, and variation. And although these forms may seem neutral, they actually affect our nervous system. But when we bring the awareness to the form, we unlock a very powerful tool in holistic design. Throughout history, humans have related to their environments through the scale of their own bodies. We feel safe in spaces which are proportionate to our physical form. They're not too big, they're not too small. And this is the core of ergonomics, the study of human movement and spatial use, which is a vital aspect of the human approach. It's about designing not for the body, but with the body in mind. So we humans are hardwired for the intimacy, for the comfort, for the ease. And when this is ignored, when spaces are too rigid or they're too small or overly angular, our bodies react. So our homes are a reflection of our inner world. They can support or they can suppress us. From the circular shelters of our ancestors to the boxes of the high-rise buildings that we live today in, the shapes of our dwellings tell us the story of our evolution, actually of our disconnection. So every shape has a meaning, and shapes speak their own language, and we actually respond to them intuitively. For example, squares. They represent stability, the structure, the connection to the earth. And this is why they actually dominate construction. But without balance, they can also feel too heavy or too confining. The circles evoke unity, the wholeness, the peace. They can remind us of the womb of the nature. On the other hand, the triangles are dynamic. They point upward. They create energy and expansion. And we know that ancient civilization used pyramidal forms in the temples, in the tombs, aware of their uplifting spiritual power. So when we're using the curved lines in interior, it's more about the movement, about the fluidity, about the healing. And the vertical lines are the elevation. It's the inspiration and the expansion. So these forms can actually trigger subconscious responses in the way how we think, how we feel, how we behave. But when we think about the nature is perfect. It's full of perfect proportions. So from the spiral of a seashell to the structure of a leaf. These same proportions have been used in architecture for centuries. So in the pyramids, the Parthenon, and even Gothic cathedrals. So here we can talk a lot about the golden ratio. It's 1.618. It's a mathematical expression of harmony. So when we use this proportion in interiors, we create spaces that feel right, that feels balanced. This is the sacred geometry, and there is nothing mystical about it. It's about tuning into the natural language of form that our bodies recognize. And when we use this proportion in design, spaces feel right. They can resonate with us. We can implement this knowledge into our design, using the proportions, the scale, the shapes in a way that it can support actually the environment in a different ways. So in the staircases, in the arched openings, in the furniture, wherever we can. So, but thoughtfully thinking about why and how it's used. So design is more than an appearance, it's an experience. And the form as the basic but very powerful element can shape the spaces and they can shape our lives. As designers, our role is to bring back the awareness into the spaces and how we create them, to blend the geometry, the forms and the proportions, and to create spaces which are not only beautiful, but they are the supporting ones.